The Obama administration took great pride in its efforts to try to close down Guantanamo Bay, but there have been deadly consequences. Many detainees transferred out of the lockup have returned to the battlefield. Another one just this week. A British citizen we let go in 2004 blew himself up at an Iraqi base in Mosul. President Trump's deputy assistant says he's not surprised.
We know there's at least 30, if not more than 40% recidivism rate from the people released at Gitmo. So President Obama released lots and lots of people that were there for a very good reason. And what happened? Almost half the time they returned to the battlefield. This individual, not only was he released, he was given compensation of more than $1 million by the British government, who claimed he had been maltreated. And then he goes and executes a suicide attack in Iraq.
Some of the president's other aides indicate Mr. Trump is unlikely to close Gitmo down.
He believes that Guantanamo Bay does serve a very, very healthy purpose in our national security and making sure that we don't bring terrorists to our seas, but I'm not going to get into what we may or may not do in the future.
If an American terror suspect was picked up overseas, would you support sending them to Guantanamo Bay for questioning?
If it was legal, I think Guantanamo Bay offers some opportunities.
All right. So, Dana, this is obviously of tremendous interest because this was a widely discussed area in terms of Guantanamo Bay, releasing people who come back to reoffend. And here we have the story.
Well, so it's been a controversy for many years, right? So during the Bush administration, President Bush also tried to reduce the number of people that were being held at Guantanamo Bay. But we also know that there was quite a lot of recidivism, and that continued under President Obama, who really tried to empty it out. In fact, that was his stated goal. And on his first inauguration day, he looked to his team and he said, how do we close this? He didn't quite make his goal, but there's only a handful of people there left, really. The reason I think it's important to keep those options open is because I do think you'll see a difference and a change in foreign policy from the United States standpoint, that instead of just killing the enemy, we do try to capture them. When you capture them, you need a good, safe place to hold them. Absolutely. And to gather intelligence so that you can prevent things like what happened with this ISIS suicide bomber that ultimately goes back to Britain, gets paid money by the British. What is it, $1 million? $1 million pounds, buys a house and everything, and then ends up going back and ruins the lives of so many people, innocent people, and the lives of his wife and children, who then had to flee as well.
I mean, it's really horrible. This is exactly the worst nightmare of what you thought. And this shows, I think, Eric, that Gitmo actually serves a very important purpose.
Agreed. And more importantly, I think the recidivism that Dana points out is staggering. Prior to Obama's administration, the recidivism rate was about 17.5%. During the Obama years, it jumped up to at one point 21%. So one in five people released from Gitmo go back to the battlefield to kill Americans. So
that
that's a big number, because one going back, but 1 in 5 going back when we've let 1,500 go back. Yeah, that's a lot of bad guys we're laying back onto the battlefield to go turn around and kill us. They have one job in the world: kill Westerners, kill the ideology, kill us. I don't know why we let them out. I also like the idea of the drone strikes. I'm in favor of that. But if you do a drone strike, or you have some intel, CIA grabs someone, or someone, a special ops grabs someone, put them in Gitmo and keep them there until they turn over some information on someone and save an American life.
To prevent future attacks, Bob. Are you against that?
Not at all. The ones who are left down there, the hardest of hardcore, they shouldn't be let out. They should be, if it wasn't for the...
They're all hardcore.
Wait a second. If it wasn't for the conservative right-wingers, they should be brought to Leavenworth and put under trial. No. But no, you want to leave them down there to play soccer. You know, that was a great idea, build them a soccer field.
That was Obama that built the soccer
it was a terrible idea.
President Obama.
And
that also helps our
Comrade
military.
Obama.
And the other thing I would say is, here we got a guy that was let go after his quote, we get great intelligence out of him after we get him into Guantanamo. Has any intelligence stopped? We don't know. But that guy certainly didn't.
Well, absolutely.
What do you mean, absolutely? He said to get intelligence out of him. He goes back to England and he kills a bunch of people.
Well, they did.
He shouldn't have been let go,
that they got from him was about how the Taliban operates. He leaves, he goes back to Britain, and then he decides to join ISIS.
Yeah, but
that's useful to know how the Taliban works.
Then he did a terrorist attack, right?
I don't know why they don't follow him out. You know, this whole catch and release thing, imagine if you applied it in other arenas. Would a doctor remove a tumor and then place it somewhere else in your body? That's exactly what Gitmo is when you catch and release. You take them out and you just put them and they go and create more damage. I have to say, I do get a chuckle out of the fact that our prison in Cuba is more comfortable than any other place in Cuba. It's a testament to socialism that our capitalistic prison, the born of capitalism, is actually better and gives a better life to people than anything in Cuba.
It was the Bush administration that built that prison, not Obama.
Well, that even better. I love the fact, though, how excited the press was about all these people going to visit Cuba. No one's visiting anymore.
Right.
They've dialed back all the flights.
Did you see that former Gitmo detainee who got released says he wants to go back?
Yeah,
it would be safer for him.
I get soccer, 3 meals. I get to pray 5 times.
You get movies, Harry Potter books.
If you put these jihadists in Gitmo behind bars, why do you need to let them out? I mean, if they're plotting to kill Americans.
I don't think we should give them out.
One, we don't need the expense.
I think you ought to stop this foolishness that somehow you're getting intelligence out of them, but let them die there.
You want to know something? You kill someone, you kill an American citizen kills another American citizen. He goes away for life or is put to death. Yeah. So if you're plotting to kill an American, you can prove it. Guess what? Put them away. Put them in Gitmo. I'm sorry. There's no rush to close Gitmos.
And there's no alternative for it. There's no alternative. When the battlefield is Earth, which is what it is, now it's not like you go to a certain place and fight. They're everywhere. It's the only option.
Well, send
and
them
it's
to
in
a
Cuba.
capital punishment state like Leavenworth, Kansas, and put them on trial.
Why? No, but why? Why do you need to do that? No, they don't. They don't have the rights and privileges. They're not U.S. citizens. They don't have the right to come later and target.
Imagine what they could call for
and
evidence.
then let them go ahead and spread jihad in the American prison system. Yeah, that's exactly
you don't think
what
that's
we
happening
need.
right now?
Give me a break. We have enough problems with the gangs, with people like MS-13 and the rest of them in there that are doing recruiting.
And the Irish gangs, Bob, right?
Don't
the Irish
start
gangs.
Them
The
again.
Irish gangs are among the worst.
Well, I would just end by saying that there had been, I think, a school of thought that was backed up by some evidence that for a long time, Gitmo was like the recruiting tool for jihadists. So they would say, oh, look what they are doing to us in Gitmo. I think that has passed. That was back, 12 years ago, 15 years ago. I think that we have a safe place to put jihadis that we can get intelligence from and hold. We should do it.
And the beauty of this, it's not even on American soil. It's off the continent. This is brilliant. Why you change that?
Let's also keep in mind
we gotta go.
something. Okay.
Directly ahead, who are Democrats